I'm at the Military Women's Memorial, located at the ceremonial gateway to Arlington National Cemetery.
We are the only national memorial dedicated to telling the stories of America's servicewomen from all eras and all military services. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of those stories.
Susan Ahn Cuddy was born in Los Angeles in 1915. Her parents were the first Korean married couple to immigrate to the United States, arriving in 1902. Cuddy's father, Dosan Ahn Chang-ho, was a Korean independence activist who devoted his life to fighting against Imperial Japan's occupation of Korea. He was killed by the Japanese police as a prisoner in 1938. Cuddy attended Los Angeles City College, where she was the director of women's baseball and played second base. When the Japanese bombed the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor in 1941, she decided to join the Navy instead of becoming a professional baseball player, believing that it was her patriotic duty to both America and Korea to fight the Japanese imperialists. Cuddy initially applied for Naval Officer School but was turned down because she was Asian. Despite the anti-Asian prejudice, Cuddy was undeterred and enlisted in the Navy Waves in 1942, becoming the first Asian American woman to serve in the Navy. Her brothers, Ralph and Philip, a famous Hollywood actor, joined the military in 1945 toward the end of the war. Cuddy worked as a link trainer operator, using flight simulators to train naval pilots. She was recommended for officer candidate school and attended the Gunnery School at Pensacola, Florida, becoming the first woman gunnery officer in the U.S. Armed Forces. The Navy trained women to serve as gunnery instructors to release men for fighting duty overseas. In her role as a gunnery officer, Cuddy taught pilots air combat tactics. Cuddy was later assigned to naval intelligence and worked as a code breaker, initially facing scrutiny and suspicion because of her race. She reached the rank of lieutenant and retired after serving for about 5 years. Following her career in the Navy, Cuddy worked as an intelligence analyst at the National Security Agency, where she led a think tank of some 300 agents that gathered intelligence on the Soviet Union during the early years of the Cold War. In 1947, Cuddy married her husband, Chief Petty Officer Francis Cuddy, who also worked for Navy intelligence as a codebreaker and then with the NSA. At the time, interracial marriages were illegal in Maryland and Virginia, so the couple married at the Navy Chapel in Washington, D.C., where it was allowed under federal law. Cuddy retired from the NSA and moved to Los Angeles to help with her family's restaurant and to work as an activist for the Korean American community. She received the Woman of the Year Award from the State Assembly of California of District 28 in 2003, the American Courage Award from the Asian American Justice Center in 2006, and was similarly recognized by the South Korean government and various organizations. Cuddy passed away in 2015 at the age of 100. She is remembered for opening the Navy to Asian American women, breaking barriers, and for her commitment to her country and the Asian American community. To learn more stories of women past and present who serve our nation, visit www.womensmemorial.org. Tune in for our next HERstory Spotlight.